Guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk to you about Venus flytraps. Okay, this lady came by the nursery today and she brought me a Venus flytrap that was kept in the house. It looked really good for a long time, she says, but you can see it's been in the house because the lack of light and protected environment has made it very leggy and long and sort of weak. So you can see that the plant has not been receiving proper sunlight. So she then asked me to take care of it. So we do this at the nursery. But before I get round to that, what I want to talk to you about is this, which is a really cool book called The Complete Grower's Guide to Carnivorous Plants, and it is by Barry A. Rice. I've been working in the garden, so my fingers are really dirty. And this book is really cool. It deals with every type of carnivorous plant, from Drosseras to Nepenthes to Utricularia, Sarracenias, all kinds of things. And it deals with mediums, tells you how to grow them, and it's a general guide. So that said, sometimes mediums you have to amend them slightly according to what you find in the book, but this is a really brilliant book, so if you can get your hands on a copy, you should really try and invest in that, especially if you're into carnivorous plants. Okay, great. Now, what we're going to do with this little guy over here is we need to get it back to health. I have done this before. I often do this with some of my own plants when I go through a spell of, I suppose, guilty, not really caring for it properly. I've got an empty bucket. The medium that we're going to use, you can see I've got a tray over here, and since carnivorous plants are always, most of the times, in water, as you can see there, it can get quite messy. So I've got a bucket for the medium, which I'm going to show you how to mix that. And then this here is the medium. So in the one I've got silica sand. In the other I've got sphagnum. So this is mold sphagnum peat. Okay. Basically how I'm going to mix it for a Venus flytrap is 1-to-1. So whatever size measurement, whatever it is that you're going to use, one of one of the other. One silica sand and one peat. You can use river sand. I prefer silica sand because it works better for me. Okay, so I'm going to toss this in. First I'm going to toss the peat in because it's lighter, so I want it like to get in there really nicely. Empty. And that. Okay. And then I'm gonna mix it around. I'm gonna just and then all these chunky bits on the inside, I'm gonna break them up. So you can see I've already pre-moistened the medium. Generally they tell you that you need to wet the sphagnum because it takes very long to get wet and that can damage the plant. Personally, I haven't actually ever experienced that. I have used it dry before. If you're really finicky, I suggest you stick to the rule and actually wet the sphagnum the night before. This is already quite damp because I left it in the rain. So that's cool. Then an empty pot, which is bigger than this little, what is this, like 7.5 centimeter pot, so this is a 12 centimeter pot. Okay, and then basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze the pot and I'm going to grab the plant from below, and you can kind of manhandle them a little bit, and I'm just going to pull it out. You can see this plant is not very happy, and it just comes apart very easily. The roots are not really taking a hold of that. So there are a few plants. It has multiplied. She said it was one, and now it's become, there's one. So I can just actually snap it off. The traps, the plant has actually stopped making traps, or those traps that are present are very feeble. So I'm going to, there are two there, so I'm going to take that apart. It already comes apart quite easily. So there's 1, 2, and this is the, I think this is the original plant. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this one like that. So I'm just going to rinse the roots off in the bit of rainwater I've got there. So that's, you can see what the roots look like. It's quite beautiful. And then I'm going to take this, scoop up some medium, like so, and then I'm going to put all of them back into the same pot. Okay, so first this one, I need a little stick or something. Tag. Suppose it's going to be a little bit better if I just wet it again, so it just is a bit firmer. Okay, now the hole should work better. So there we go. That one's going to go in there. You can cut the old dead roots off. Probably should. But again, I'm going against the grain. Okay, then another one on that side, and another one on that side there. And the reason why this plant has actually suffered so much is because it's been indoors without any artificial proper light and all of that. And so what I'm going to do to heal this plant is I'm going to put it back outside and slowly reintroduce it to sunlight. And where I live, I can actually put it in direct sunlight because we have cloud cover very often. So this pot, you can already see, is quite full. And I'm just gonna squeeze the soil around the base. Okay. And then I'm going to add some more water. And that's it. So now I'm gonna take some fresh clean rainwater and I'm going to put it in its own little tray, and I'm just gonna let it absorb and drain and soak and drain. And then I'll take it to the nursery tomorrow and just begin the rehab. So last thing is all these dead traps, I'm just gonna cut them off. So it will stimulate new growth. Some of them actually just break off because they're so weak, barely touching the plant, and it's just kind of coming off. But at least there's a really nice strong base to the plant, and that's gonna help. So that's pretty much how to take care of a plant that's a Venus flytrap that has been in danger of fading away. So finally, what I want to say is Venus flytraps are endangered in the wild. They're from North America, from the Carolinas, both north and south, and the habitat has been lost or is being lost at a rapid rate due to land degradation, development, dredging, and also collectors who collect plants and they don't really consider the environment when they do that. So I love plants too, but I'm cognizant of that, and I think you should be too. So guys, that's pretty much it. That's a quick and dirty. I will do a more detailed repotting of healthy Venus flytraps, or splitting Venus flytraps in the future. Stay tuned for more, and thanks for watching. Have a stunning, awesome summer, you guys in the northern hemisphere, and guys in the southern hemisphere, let's buckle up because winter's coming. That is not a Game of Thrones reference. Okay, bye for now.